One small tablet, crushed and stirred into a bucket of water. That's the surprisingly simple trick that made this particular mango tree take off in a way I genuinely wasn't expecting. Almost nobody talks about this method, but once you see what it actually does for a struggling tree, you're going to want to try it yourself before the day is over. Before we dive into it, go ahead and hit that subscribe button because we share practical tricks exactly like this one every single week, and you won't want to miss whatever comes next in this series. Take a look at this mango tree. Just a few months back it was small, weak, and barely putting out any new growth at all. The leaves were pale and a little dull. The branches stayed thin and short season after season. It genuinely looked stuck, like it was simply existing rather than actually developing. Now compare that to how it looks today. Thick new branches reaching outward. Deep green leaves with real color and texture, fresh growth appearing in multiple spots at once. None of that happened by chance. It happened because of one remarkably simple trick that most home gardeners have never even heard of, let alone tried. By the time this video wraps up, you'll know precisely how to apply this same method to your own mango tree, regardless of your climate, your experience level, or how long your tree has been struggling. Let's talk honestly about the frustration first, because if you're watching this, there's a good chance you've lived through this exact scenario yourself. You planted your mango tree full of optimism. You kept it watered on a reasonable schedule. You made sure it got sunlight. Maybe you even picked up a bag of fertilizer from a garden center, hoping that would be the missing piece. And yet the tree just sits there, technically alive, but not really thriving. The leaves stay a bit dull instead of vibrant. The branches barely extend year after year, no matter how consistent your care has been. You start wondering whether your soil is the problem, or your local climate, or maybe even something inherently wrong with the tree itself. You scroll through photos online of massive, healthy mango trees, absolutely loaded with fruit, and your own tree just doesn't come close to that picture. It's genuinely discouraging. Especially when you know you've put in real, consistent effort and you're still not seeing meaningful results. Here's the truth that often gets overlooked though. In most of these cases, the underlying problem isn't your tree's genetics, and it isn't your climate either. The real issue tends to be that the tree is missing one small biochemical nudge that helps it direct its available energy more efficiently. So, let's break down what's genuinely happening inside a slow, stagnant mango tree, explained as simply as possible. Every living plant, your mango tree included, is constantly dealing with small amounts of everyday stress. This includes shifts in temperature, being repotted or relocated, minor wind damage, or even the ordinary strain involved in pushing out fresh new growth. What most people don't realize is that plants carry a built-in defense system that activates during these stressful moments, somewhat similar to how our own bodies respond under pressure. Here's the catch though. When a plant spends too much of its available energy managing that stress response, it has proportionally less energy left over to invest in actual growth. This is a major reason so many mango trees appear to just sit there indefinitely, not declining, but not really flourishing either. They end up locked into a kind of survival mode rather than an active growth mode, and that's exactly the gap this particular trick is designed to close. The item we're referring to here is a plain, uncoated aspirin tablet, the ordinary kind you can pick up in nearly any pharmacy or grocery store. This isn't some rare, hard-to-source ingredient at all. In fact, it's something most households already keep on hand. Aspirin contains a compound known as salicylic acid, and here's where things get genuinely interesting. Plants naturally produce their own internal version of this exact same compound. It functions as part of their internal communication system, helping signal stress throughout their tissue and trigger their own protective responses. When you introduce a small, heavily diluted dose of aspirin to a mango tree, you're essentially reinforcing that same natural signal. This can help the tree respond to everyday stress more efficiently, strengthen its built-in defenses, and in many observed cases, redirect more of its available energy toward genuine, healthy growth, rather than constant low-level defense. Think of it as offering the tree a small extra layer of support exactly when it needs it most, freeing it up to spend more of its energy actually growing instead of merely holding steady. Now let's walk through precisely how to apply this method to your own mango tree, one step at a time, so you can realistically try it today, regardless of your particular setup at home. Step 1. Selecting the correct type of aspirin. Make absolutely sure you're reaching for a plain, uncoated aspirin tablet. Steer clear of coated or buffered varieties, since those typically include extra additives that aren't intended for plant use and can interfere with how the tablet dissolves and behaves once it's in water. A basic, inexpensive, plain aspirin tablet works best for this entire method. Step 2. Preparing your diluted aspirin water. Take a single uncoated aspirin tablet and crush it down into a fine powder. This is easy to do using the back of a spoon against a plate, or by pressing 2 spoons together. Once it's fully crushed, dissolve that powder completely into roughly 1 gallon of room temperature water. Stir thoroughly until no visible chunks remain floating in the mixture. This produces a genuinely diluted solution, and that dilution is exactly the goal here. More concentrated is not better in this case. A weak, well-diluted mixture is both considerably safer and counterintuitively more effective than a stronger dose. Step 3. Running a small test before treating the whole plant. Before applying this to your entire tree, it's genuinely wise to test the solution on a small, limited section first, especially if this is your first attempt with this method. Water just one small area near the base of the tree, or lightly mist only a handful of leaves, then wait roughly a week to observe how the plant responds. This precaution helps confirm that your specific tree tolerates the treatment well before you commit to applying it more broadly across the entire plant. Step 4. Applying the solution directly to the soil. Once you feel confident in your prepared mixture, water the base of your mango tree with the aspirin solution exactly the way you'd water it normally. Pour it slowly around the base, allowing it to soak naturally down into the surrounding soil. Try to schedule this during morning or evening hours, avoiding the hottest stretch of the day, since applying any treatment to an already heat-stressed plant can add unnecessary additional strain. Step 5. Adding a light foliar application. Alongside watering the soil, many growers also like to lightly mist the leaves themselves using the same diluted mixture in a spray bottle. This allows the tree to absorb a small additional amount through its foliage in addition to its root system. Just make sure you're producing a fine, even mist rather than a heavy soak, and avoid spraying during periods of intense direct sunlight, since damp leaves under harsh light can occasionally lead to leaf scorch. Step 6. Getting the timing of applications right. This isn't something you'll want to repeat daily. Applying this treatment once every 2 to 3 weeks is genuinely plenty for most mango trees. Overusing this method can actually add stress to the plant, rather than relieving it, since you'd effectively be sending that stress signal far more often than the tree actually needs. Treat this as an occasional, deliberate boost, rather than a routine daily habit. Step 7. Combining this method with your normal care routine. This particular trick performs best as a supporting method, not as a replacement for fundamental plant care. Continue watering your mango tree on its usual, established schedule. Continue providing adequate sunlight, ideally a substantial portion of direct sun throughout the day. Continue feeding it a balanced fertilizer during its regular active growing season. This aspirin-based method exists to enhance already solid care, not to substitute for it. A tree that's genuinely neglected in other fundamental ways won't suddenly transform simply because of this one added technique. Step 8. Paying close attention to the right signals. After a handful of applications, start observing carefully how your tree responds over time. Watch for new leaf growth that appears noticeably brighter and more vibrant compared to before. Pay attention to branches that seem to be extending faster than they previously were. Genuinely healthy new growth tends to be the clearest indicator that something positive is happening internally, beneath the visible surface. Keep a simple written log of when you applied each treatment and what changes you observe over the following weeks, so you can track your particular tree's progress accurately over time, rather than relying on memory alone. Step 9. Adjusting the routine based on how your specific tree responds. Every mango tree behaves a little differently, depending on its age, its current overall health, and the specific conditions it's growing under. If you notice genuinely encouraging results, feel free to continue this routine every few weeks throughout the active growing season. If you notice little to no meaningful change, or if the tree appears more stressed rather than less, scale the treatment back or pause it entirely and let your tree recover using only basic, fundamental care. Trust the actual signals your particular tree is showing you rather than rigidly following a fixed schedule, regardless of outcome. Now let's go over the mistakes people commonly make with this method, because applying it incorrectly can genuinely cause more harm than benefit. The first common mistake is using far too much aspirin at once. People often assume that if a small amount helps, a larger amount must help even more dramatically. That assumption doesn't hold up here at all. A strong, concentrated dose can actually stress the plant rather than support it, since you'd be overloading its internal system with far more of that stress signal than it can process in a genuinely healthy way. Always stick firmly to a light, well-diluted mixture. The second mistake is applying the treatment far too frequently. Treating your tree with this solution every single day, or even every few days, doesn't accelerate results in any meaningful way. It simply keeps the tree locked in a constant state of low-level stress, which directly works against the outcome you're actually trying to achieve. Space your applications out properly and give the tree genuine time to make use of that occasional boost. The third mistake is reaching for coated or flavored aspirin without checking. Some people grab whatever tablet happens to be sitting in their medicine cabinet without reading the label carefully. Coated tablets frequently contain extra additives that were never intended for soil or foliage use, and these can interfere with how effectively the treatment works, or even lead to unwanted buildup accumulating in the soil over repeated applications. The fourth mistake is expecting this trick alone to substitute for genuine, fundamental care. This is arguably the biggest misunderstanding of all. Some people treat this aspirin method as some kind of miracle fix, capable of compensating for poor watering habits, low-quality soil, or insufficient sunlight exposure. It simply isn't that. This method functions purely as a support tool for a tree that's already receiving reasonably solid basic care. Without that essential foundation already in place, this particular trick won't accomplish much on its own. The fifth mistake is failing to allow enough time for results to appear. Just like with virtually any natural growth support method, meaningful results don't materialize overnight. Some people try this exactly once, don't notice instant dramatic changes within a few days, and immediately conclude the whole thing simply doesn't work. Give it several applications spread out across multiple weeks before drawing any real conclusion about whether it's genuinely making a difference for your particular tree. The sixth mistake is skipping the small preliminary test altogether. Every tree and every growing environment carries its own subtle differences. Jumping straight into treating your entire mango tree without first testing a small, limited section means you might miss early warning signs of a poor reaction until the entire plant has already been fully treated. That small preliminary test only costs a little extra patience up front, but it can genuinely spare your plant from unnecessary added stress down the line. Here's a bonus insight that more experienced growers rely on, something that rarely gets mentioned in basic beginner tutorials. Rather than limiting this trick strictly to your main established mango tree, consider trying it on struggling cuttings or newly transplanted young trees as well. New transplants frequently go through a rough adjustment period, sometimes referred to as transplant shock, during which they sit there looking visibly stressed and barely developing for weeks after being relocated. A very light application of this same diluted aspirin solution, used sparingly and with real restraint, can sometimes help ease that difficult adjustment window, offering the plant a gentle boost to its natural defenses, right when it needs that support most. Just remember to prepare an even weaker dilution for young or recently transplanted trees, since they're considerably more sensitive than a mature, well-established specimen. Another useful insight worth understanding is that this particular trick tends to perform best during a tree's genuinely active growing season, typically spanning spring through early summer across most climates. During dormant stretches, when the tree naturally slows its internal activity, this method won't produce nearly the same noticeable effect, simply because the tree isn't actively in a growth phase to begin with. Aligning your applications with your specific tree's natural seasonal growth cycle makes a genuinely noticeable difference in how well this entire method performs over time. Let's also cover a handful of practical questions that tend to come up whenever this particular method gets discussed, since these details often determine whether someone applies the technique correctly or unintentionally works against it. What if you're not entirely sure how your local variety of mango will respond? Different mango varieties can show slightly different sensitivity levels to this kind of treatment. That's precisely why the small preliminary test matters so much here, regardless of which variety you happen to be growing. Rather than assuming your particular tree will respond exactly the way another grower's tree did, treat that first small test as your own personal baseline and adjust the frequency or dilution from there based purely on what your specific plant actually shows you. What if your tree already looks reasonably healthy, but you simply want faster growth? This method isn't reserved strictly for struggling or visibly unhealthy trees. Even a tree that already looks fairly healthy can sometimes benefit from an occasional stress signal boost during its active growing season, provided you're not overusing the treatment and you continue pairing it with consistent fundamental care. Just be realistic about expectations here, since a tree that's already performing well may show a more modest improvement compared to one that was genuinely stuck in a stagnant phase beforehand. Can this method be combined with other natural growth supports? Many growers do combine this approach with other supportive practices, such as proper mulching, balanced organic fertilizing, or consistent deep watering schedules. The key principle to keep in mind is that this aspirin-based trick is meant to complement a solid foundation of care rather than stack on top of an already overloaded or overly complicated routine. Keep your overall approach reasonably simple and let this particular method serve its specific, occasional purpose within that broader routine. How long should you continue this routine before deciding it isn't working for your tree? Give the method a genuinely fair trial period, generally spanning 6 to 8 weeks with applications spaced appropriately apart, before concluding it isn't producing results for your specific plant. Growth patterns in mango trees can shift gradually rather than dramatically, so short-term impatience is one of the most common reasons growers abandon a method that may have actually been working, just more slowly than they initially expected. So there you have it, a remarkably simple, genuinely surprising trick built around something as ordinary as a plain aspirin tablet, used to gently support your mango tree's own natural growth response. This method works because it taps directly into a stress signaling system that plants already carry within them, offering your tree a small additional push exactly when it needs that support most. It isn't a magic substitute for solid, fundamental care, but when paired properly with consistent watering, adequate sunlight, and appropriate feeding, it can genuinely make a real difference in how strong and vigorous your tree grows over time. Anyone can realistically try this approach, regardless of experience level, regardless of climate, and regardless of how long your particular mango tree has been struggling up until now. If this video genuinely helped you, do me a favor and drop a thumbs up, since that really helps this channel grow and reach more people out there trying to garden smarter rather than simply working harder. If you haven't subscribed already, now is a great time to do so, because we share simple, surprising growing tricks exactly like this one every single week. Techniques that actually hold up in practice, without requiring expensive tools or overly complicated methods. Leave a comment below and let me know whether you're planning to try this particular trick on your own mango tree, and come back afterward to share how it went. Your tree could genuinely be just a few weeks away from the growth spurt you've been waiting for all along. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.